Welcome to this video. In this video, we shall calculate the beta of a portfolio. Beta is also known as systematic risk in portfolio theory. We have three methods to use in calculating the beta or systematic risk of a portfolio, an asset, or a stock. And the three methods include: one, the slope method. Two, we have a formula method for the covariance between the asset or the stock return and the return of the market divided by the variance of the market return. That's the formula. Then three, we have the regression method where we need to estimate or fit a simple linear regression model and estimate the slope parameter. And the slope parameter actually represents the systematic risk, which is the beta of the portfolio. By interpretation, beta can take any of these values. If beta is less than 1, then we can say that the portfolio or stock or asset is less volatile or less risky than the market as a whole. So the benchmark here is the market as a whole. So the value of beta for that stock or asset will determine whether it is more risky to invest on the asset as compared to the market as a whole or not. So the second option is when beta is equal to 1. In this case, it is as volatile or risky as the market as a whole. So we can also say that it moves with the market as a whole if the beta value is calculated to be 1. And if the beta value is greater than 1, then it is more volatile or more risky to invest on that stock or asset or portfolio than the market as a whole. And if beta is exactly 0, then it means there is no linear relationship between the stock or asset with that of the market as a whole. So in this case, we now have a 0 systematic risk. So the correlation coefficient between the return of the stock or asset with that of the market as a whole will be 0. So we have a 0 correlation. That is where the beta is equal to 0. So the benchmark is the market. And that is why we always include the return of the market so that we can compare the return of any stock or asset with that of the market as a whole using this beta. Just before we go to our data set, which includes Apple as an example in this video, and then the S&P 500, the Standard & Poor's 500 best stock. This is where we obtain the market stock place, S&P 500. Then any other company, such as Apple, Amazon, Tesla, and so on, could be compared with the market here. So we now go on Google or any browser of your choice. Then you could just double check. Go to Yahoo Finance. It could be UK or US or any country of your choice, no issues at all. Yahoo Finance. I will go to the first link here. All right. Now from this tab, or box rather, you could enter the name of any company and it will bring it out. So let's assume Apple first. So we have Apple Incorporated. So I want to get stocks from Apple. And then you move down and click on historical data. So from historical data, You could set as much as you want the time period. You click on this time period. Now you could change it if you want. If you're not happy with this, you could take any time range of your choice. Start date, you could set it to any date you want, down to the end date. For instance, today's date, you will see it there from 21st of October 2022 to 21st of October 2023. You could also change it if you want as much sample as you want regarding the historical prices. And then once you're done with the setting, you click on done. Then you proceed to click on apply to ensure that it should be implemented to set it exactly as you want. Then beneath the apply, you will see download. Then you click on download to download it. So it will download in Excel spreadsheet for you. Then you have the open, the high, low, close, adjusted close volume. It's advisable to take the adjusted close. Well, you could also take the close if you want, but it's advisable to take the adjusted close, which is the final value. Then we have the date. So you could take the date and also the adjusted close. For the S&P, the same way, you could have S&P 500. You click on this. The same way, you could see all of these values. So you go to historical data. So you could set it if you want. You have the historical prices. You could also change the frequency if you're not happy with daily. You can as well take weekly or monthly and so on. And then apply, and then you download. So this is how to obtain the data set. So we now go back to this, exactly what I got. The date ranging from 31st October 2022 down to the last observation, which is 20th of October 2023. So you could say that it has been arranged in ascending order, which is to say that this is the previous price, that this is the current price. So current price minus previous price over previous price. That will now give the return for the Apple. And for the S&P 500, which is the market prices, it will be similarly done. So want to work out the return. So we assume that here is the return for Apple. Or I take it as Apple return. Then followed by the market return. So we have the return for Apple and the market return. So want to obtain the return values. Thereafter, we can calculate the beta for this stock Apple. So we have equal to the current price minus the previous price over the previous price. Divide. So when we carry out the operation, we have this result. You could drag it down so that it will be similarly done for the market return. We could highlight this, highlight both. After highlighting, then we drag down. So you could see that it's doing the same for all. We can keep dragging down until second to the last observation. Then we stop there. So we have our data points, all these observations, and for the daily return of the Apple, and then the return for the market. Then what next? We want to calculate beta. So let's assume method 1. We're looking at beta. Method 1. Method 2. And method 3. All right. So for method 1, we want to use the slope method. So the slope method will simply be the slope in Excel. Type in slope. Then we have known y's and known x's. So what the known y's has to do with the return of that stock. So we take the daily returns for the stock, Apple. And then for the Y, we have the market return. Close the bracket, enter. So we have this result as our beta. We'll go to method 2 using the formula method. The ratio of the covariance to the variance. So the covariance of the stock return and the market return over the variance of the market return. So this is how it goes. Covariance of, let's assume 1 and 2 over variance of 2. So this is the beta. In a situation where 1 is for the stock return, 2 is the market return. So we simply have beta equal to the covariance of the stock return and the market return over the variance of the market return. So this is the formula method. Now the covariance could be positive or negative. If the covariance is negative, then the beta will be negative also. So it means they are not moving in the same direction. They are moving in opposite direction. But if beta is positive, that means the covariance is positive. All right. So we'll work out this. This will be the covariance dot S, because we're dealing with the sample observations, not the entire population. Then we now have for array 1, Apple. Actually, it doesn't matter, Apple could come first before the market return or market return before Apple. The covariance is symmetric in nature. So we have this, and then we go to the second, array 2, which is the market return. So close the bracket, divided by the variance of the markets. So we have this, and then we enter. So you could see the result, the same result. Then method 3 will be the regression method. So to do the regression analysis, where we need to extract the value of beta, we have to go to our top icon and click on data. Then from data, you now check at the top right, you will see data analysis package. Ensure this package is installed in Excel. So click on it, and then we have this. So you select, we have a lot of packages in Excel, but the one we need is a regression. So you go to regression, click on regression. Okay. And then at this point, we need to impute the values. We have impute Y range. The Y range is the stock return. So we have Apple return, including the variable name Apple rate. And then you move on to X range. The X range in this case will be the market return. So in other words, the response variable is the stock or asset return, while the explanatory variable or independent variable is the market return. So we've done this. Then what follows? We'll move on to labels in first row. That's correct. Because we have this Apple rate and market rate, inclusive or included rather. Then what again? You don't need to do anything else. Everything is in order. You now go to output range. Where do you want Excel to display the result? So we want Excel to display the result somewhere here. Let's assume we're happy with the result to be here. So click on this box and then click wherever you want the result to be. So let's assume we're happy to display the result here. And then we tell Excel, okay. And it's all done. So we can see the result. This is the regression analysis. You can see the value. The coefficient estimates are there. You can also expand this if you want so that it will appear more clearly. So we could see these values. We have the standard, the coefficients, the standard error, the t-test statistic, the p-value, the lower 90%, upper 90%. So the 90% confidence interval and all of that. But we don't need other information from the regression analysis. What we need is just this market return. So the coefficient of market return is the beta. So we simply go here, equal to, and then you come back and click on this. Or this is what you want. Enter. So we can see that the beta value is the same for all. So we have the same beta value for the three methods, 0.23, approximately to 2 decimal places. So we got beta equal to 0.23. So in this case, we could see that beta is less than 1. And what does this tell us? We go back again to the interpretation. Beta less than 1 implies that the stock is less volatile or riskier than the market as a whole. So it is less volatile or riskier to invest on Apple than the market as a whole, based on the calculated value of beta. So this is how to calculate beta using any of the three methods: the slope, the formula method, and also the regression method. Thank you for your attention, and thanks a lot for watching this video. If you're happy with this video, you could click on the like button. And of course, you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can enjoy and watch more videos regarding statistics. Thank you so much. Bye.